Hey guys, Mr. BXRP here and welcome back. Today is September 9th of 2020. So before we get started, I want to thank everyone. My last video I did, I believe it was on Sunday, I asked everybody to give me a like. I wanted to see what would happen if we crossed 2,000 likes. We got to over 2,300 likes, and you know what happened? I had over 23,000 views on the video. It's amazing. So I thank you guys. It turns out that the more likes you have, the more that Google will recommend your video to other people, which means your views just go way up. So I appreciate it. If you do like my videos, please keep pressing the like button. I also learned if you don't like my videos and you want to sound the alarm to Google, just hit that little bell, and that little bell will let them know that you don't like this video and it's not good and people shouldn't watch it. So that would be the best thing. And I thank you all for being here. So let's roll right into it. Market's still down, guys. I mean, that's just the reality of life. So market cap's at 331 billion. Bitcoin is at 10,201. Ethereum's at $346. Tether is holding at $1. And XRP is just under 24 cents. So I don't know if we scratch the bottom. I know a lot of the technical guys were waiting for us to scratch the bottom at 22.5 cents. I don't think we hit it, but I don't know, what that means or where that's going. But let's just roll right into this. So I did a poll yesterday, and here's my poll: XRP holders, when Flare Networks does the Spark token drop, which best describes your plan? So here's the deal. 12.7% of people said they're not participating. Well, that's a lot of people, okay? So, and I don't know why they're not participating. I think a lot of people are just afraid to move their XRP, or they're afraid of what the reason is that Spark is giving away XRP. But let me just tell you this, and I'm gonna get my calculator out. If there's 45 billion XRP and 12% of the people don't participate, that's over 5 billion XRP that may get burned or may get shared with the other XRP holders. I'm still not 100% sure on how that burn thing and share thing is going to work. But here's the other point. These are the people paying attention. The 12.5 of all the people paying attention on Twitter, 12.5% are not going to participate. Think of this: how many people did you get involved in XRP that don't know about the Spark drop, that they're not going to participate either? Or they couldn't go through the steps to set up their nano, or you don't have the time or the energy to walk them through it. I think there's going to be a large percentage of people that don't participate. I think this 12.7 is low. I think it's going to be a lot higher. So I certainly plan to participate myself, but this 12.7% doesn't surprise me, and I think it's actually going to be higher at the end of the day, because there are so many people that bought XRP that didn't follow it, don't know what's going on, and if their exchange doesn't cooperate, doesn't participate in the Spark drop, they're not going to get their Spark tokens. So that number is going to go up higher. All right, let's look at the other one, holding them. So 67% of people plan to hold them. I think that's fantastic. I think that's a good plan. I think that's where I sit right now, is I'm going to hold them and see what happens. I mean, they're free, so let's see where they go. 5.9%, so almost 6% plan on selling them, which, people need to do whatever they want to do. I don't agree with that, but whatever. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Now, here's the last one, and this is kind of a trick question. Accumulate more. So 14% of people say they're going to accumulate more. Well, here's why that doesn't necessarily make good sense. So after the drop happens, you'll have to buy Spark tokens, right? We don't know what they're going to be worth, and we have no idea. So we don't have any clue. But here's the point, is if you plan on accumulating more after December 12th, why wouldn't you just buy XRP now and get them for free? I mean, it makes more sense to, and that's assuming XRP is going to hold its value, you're not going to lose any money, and it's a perfect world and all this other stuff. But with XRP standing at 24 cents, if I was going to accumulate more Spark tokens, the way I would do it is I would buy some XRP, and if I couldn't hang on to that XRP because I was just getting it for Spark tokens, I guess I then would sell it after the Spark drop. But I wouldn't wait till after the drop to accumulate more when I can get them for free. So anyone that falls in this accumulate more territory, think about what I just said. And if you guys want to tell me in the comment section below where you sit you know, whether you're not participating, holding them, selling them, accumulating more, where you sit and why, if you want to share that with me. This is kind of an interactive channel, guys. So I like learning from you guys as well as, you know, sharing with you guys the things that I learn. So I'd like to hear, where do you guys sit and why? Because there may be something I'm not seeing and I'm not thinking about, and I want you guys to share it with me. Okay, moving on. All right, I was literally on my couch nodding off. I mean, literally falling asleep when I heard Trump say something last night, and it woke me up. I rewound the TV and I played it again, and then I played it 5 more times to listen to it. So I posted this on Twitter last night. Moments ago, an interesting statement about potentially using remittance as a tax source. And I quote, Trump said, maybe we're going to do something with remittance. So I'm going to play this video for you guys.
And you know, Mexico is paying for the wall, just so you understand. They don't say that. They never say it. But we're going to charge a small fee at the border. You know, the toll booths. We have toll booths. So it's the biggest border in the world in terms of people going across and in terms of industry. Believe it or not, the southern border. We're putting a small toll on, and maybe we're going to do something with remittance. That's where people come here, make money, and they send it back. So we'll do something, and we're going to get all the money that we spent in the mall will be coming back. So remember, it used to say, who's going to pay for it? They'd say Mexico. That's right.
All right, so listen, this isn't a political statement. This is just news, right? He said something about remittances. We're invested in a digital asset that is based on remittances. So I posted this as news. This is news. I'm not suggesting anything other than the president has the word remittance on his tongue, which I think is fantastic. I think the fact that, you know, here's what this proves. This proves that the White House is talking about remittances. Now, whether they're talking to Ripple, whether they're talking about XRP, whether they're just talking about taxing people sending money overseas or over to Mexico, wherever it may be, I don't know. I'm just reporting what I heard. So a lot of people understood that. Some people come in and they say, oh my God, that doesn't mean anything about XRP. I didn't say it meant anything about XRP. It's just news. The president's talking about remittance. If you're invested in XRP, which is a remittance token, you probably should be interested, because who knows? Who knows how or if Ripple may be involved in some way. Now, this was interesting. So Neil Duncan, and he's at Neil J. Duncan on Twitter, posted this underneath the video that I posted. And I'm freezing up here, guys. So give me a second here. Let's see. I may have to refresh here. Hang on. Okay. All right, so Neil Duncan posts this underneath, and he says, don't forget about this one from March, Mr. B. Countries have already committed to reducing remittance fees to 3%. I'm sure that includes the U.S. with Mexico. President Trump would have to use some amazing technology to charge a tax that keeps fees under 3%, which goes back to a video that Status had posted, and he had posted this video that said remittances are a lifeline now. The crisis requires us to go further, getting close to zero as possible. Antonio Guterres, Secretary General of the UN. So listen to what he says about remittances. I think this is important.
We need to take it to the next level to ensure support reaches those entirely dependent on the informal economy and countries less able to respond. Remittances are a lifeline in the developing world, especially now. Countries have already committed to reduce remittance fees to 3%, much below the current average levels. The crisis requires us to go further, getting as close to zero as possible.
So look, the truth is this, right? Remittances are on everyone's minds. The White House, the IMF, the UN. This is big, this is important, and this is why I think we're in the right space with the right token, with the right companies backing it at the right time, and that's just my opinion. All right, quick drink of water, let's move on. Okay, Ripple's hiring. So this was from XRP Crypto Wolf. Ripple is hiring let's see here, is hiring a Bank Secrecy Act investigations analyst. Ripple is expanding its BSA compliance team so that this position will file reports with FinCEN and other law enforcement agencies per internal procedure to be heavily focused on investigations and monitoring on the XRP ledger. So Ripple, it turns out Ripple has, when they got fined by FinCEN, which I believe was like $700,000, FinCEN put them in charge of monitoring the XRP ledger. And I'm going to go to this video Where's Mickey B. Fresh? There he is. And I'm going to thank Mickey B. Fresh for posting this and follow him at Mr. Fresh Time on
Ripple
Twitter.
Labs,
Listen to
as an
this.
example I brought up earlier.
And this lady, by the way, Ripple has been monitoring and running surveillance on XRP ledger since 2005 as part of an agreement with FinCEN. Chief Compliance Officer at PolySign speaking during presentation at IMF meeting in 2018. Listen to this.
Ripple Labs, as an example I brought up earlier. In 2015, Ripple was subject to an enforcement action from FinCEN and the Department of Justice for anti-money laundering violations that were conducted back in 2013. One of the stipulations under that settlement agreement was that Ripple Labs, a company, conduct transaction monitoring and reporting of transactions that are conducted on XRP Ledger, a blockchain. Now, Ripple Labs does not own or operate XRP Ledger, and Ripple Labs does not have anything to do with any of the other entities that connect to that blockchain, with the exception of Ripple subsidiary entities. Ripple does have a financial institution subsidiary, a company that sells cryptocurrency to wholesale buyers. But apart from that, it does not know any of the other entities on this blockchain, nor does it have anything whatsoever to do with it.
So Ripple's job is to monitor the XRP ledger and keep an eye on it for FinCEN, which I think is very, very interesting. So it looks like, you know, whether you think they're working with the government or not, they are. It's just been proven. This was posted by Michael at VAL5Link. Well, that's an easy decision. Biden has proposed raising the top individual tax rate to 39.6%, up from 37%. Those with income exceeding 1 million could see long-term capital gains rates to 39.6% from 20%. So it looks like a tax increase could be in store. Not a political statement, guys. I'm just reporting the news. You know, I was talking to my wife about taxes and investing, and I was telling her about how, you know, because I did a crypto IRA, I did a iTrust IRA, and I did a Roth IRA, which is tax free later on, and there's other IRAs that you can do that tax deferred. But when I explained to her how it worked, she asked me why we didn't have more of our XRP in there, and I told her the truth is I didn't even know about it, and then I had bought most of my XRP prior to, so I don't have a lot of XRP in there, but there's huge tax advantages to having one. If anyone is interested, check the description of this video. I have a link to iTrust. You get 1 month free if you want to. I'm telling you, it's very good. And listen, I wouldn't recommend it to you guys if I wasn't using it. So if you're interested in saving money on taxes, that's something you want to think about. All right, moving on. This I saw from XRP Crypto Wolf as well. Ukraine, Russia, and Venezuela are leading the world in global crypto adoption, according to a new report by Chainalysis. The US and China are still delivering the largest transaction volumes, but putting aside the largest world cryptocurrency holders. So it turns out that Ukraine, Russia, and Venezuela are leading the world in adoption in real use, not in holding, but in real use, which is interesting stuff. Okay, Jim Rogers is looking for a safe haven currency. It's not gold. XRP family must watch. It's amazing, and this is from at King Len XRP28. So this is Jim Rogers, who's a famous investor.
If you know a currency that is sound and stable and will survive all of this, please do not say it out loud. Please send me a private email, because I'm looking for that currency.
I bet he is.
I think some economists would say that currency would be gold. Would you agree with that?
Gold is not a currency. I know that there are people who think it is, certainly at Kitco, but you cannot walk into McDonald's and buy a hamburger with gold. You cannot walk into Ginza in Tokyo and buy, unagi with gold. So, yes, I know yes, I know about gold. I've owned gold for many years, decades. Gold is not a currency now. If you want to use it, go down to the...
So, he's half right but half wrong, right? So now you've got these exchanges to where you could, and Uphold is one of them, where you can spend your gold using your Uphold card. So technically gold has become a liquid asset. And that's not physical gold, although it's backed by physical gold now from what I understand. But he's actually half wrong and probably isn't aware of what's going on. But I thought that was interesting what he was looking for and what may be out there. All right, so this was from The Hill. Senate to vote Thursday on GOP current event relief bill. I don't want to say the word because I might get flagged. So there's going to be a vote this Thursday to see if there's going to be any continued relief for the United States. I will say this, restaurants are still suffering out there. They're doing a lot of takeout, but there's not a lot of people in restaurants. I mean, we are not back to normal. I don't know whenever we're going to see normal. Is anyone back to normal? I mean, hey, listen, you guys are all over the world. Tell me in the comment section, where you live, is it normal, or is it close to normal, or is anything normal? I'd love to hear it, because it's not where I'm at. Okay, I was doing some research online looking for cryptocurrency insurance, and American Express had put out an article about cryptocurrency insurance for exchanges. I would love to be able to insure my cryptocurrency, because the exchanges are not offering me insurance, and I would pay them for insurance. If they want to charge me whatever, $50 a month or whatever it may be to insure my holdings, I would pay for it. And I believe I told JP Tiriot from Uphold This that I would be willing to pay for insurance. But I think we're not far from either exchanges offering insurance or you being able to buy individual insurance. But I think that's a huge market, and I hope that somebody does it in the future. So that's something I'd love to see. This I saw posted by Tiffany Hayden, and she's at Hayden Tiff on Twitter. Is anyone else suddenly seeing promoted tweets by Ripple? I went from never seeing any to like 6 in the past 2 days. So I've been saying this too. I'm seeing a lot of ads from Ripple, and from what I understand, they're doing them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what their purpose is other than getting their name out is all I can think of. Okay, this was from Yoshitaki Katal. Man, my mouth is just not working today. So I just translated it, and he says, granting tokens for XRP holders, holding amount planned to be fixed in December, Flare Networks. I'm assuming with this translation that he's saying that SBI is going to cooperate with the Spark Drop, and that's what he means. So that's good news. We're not surprised to hear that. We expected that from him, which I think is fantastic. Unstoppable Domains put out this little video. I will tell you, I just set up my Unstoppable domain, and it took me a long time to do it. It wasn't easy. The truth is, it just wasn't easy for me to figure out. Once I figured out that you had to download a new wallet, and I had to download the Coinbase wallet, not the Coinbase app, but the Coinbase wallet, then I started to figure out how to do it. So just want to let you guys know you have to download the Coinbase wallet. I was able to get Mr. B XRP.crypto, which was fantastic. If you're looking for an unstoppable domain address, you could check the description in this video. I've got a link to it. They are neat. It'll be a one-stop place, so it'll be whatever you get. Anybody can send you crypto to that address, and I think that's going to be important in the future. So I think they have really, really good use, and I think that everybody's going to want one at some point. So just want to bring that to your attention. I have a little video here I'm going to play, and deployment of 60 Starlink satellites confirmed.
We see the Starlink satellites have deployed.
These things,
and using the momentum that they got from the slight spin around
So these things are being put up in space like at a crazy rate. I mean, it's unbelievable. So it's exciting what they're doing. They are really putting these things up there. I'm fascinated not only in how they do it. And listen, every time I talk about space in these videos, I always get people in the comment section that tell me none of this is real. So some people don't even believe we ever went to space, that these rockets will land on the way they look like they took off, that this is real. I understand that some people don't believe this, but the majority of people do. Anyway, I think this is really interesting. I also recommended on Sunday, if you guys were looking for a killer program, to watch the program. It's called Away on Netflix, and I finished it. It's fantastic. It's about a mission to Mars. I'm telling you guys, I must be a space junkie. I think I love space. Watch this program. It's an absolute winner. Thanks for sitting in on my video today. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. I am not a crab boat greenhorn. And for those of you that watch The Deadliest Catch, you know what I'm talking about. I love that show. And I'm not a crypto expert. These are my opinions only. Don't make any financial decisions based on anything I say. Please like and subscribe. Hey, please like my video if you can. It really, really makes a difference. Subscribe if you want to subscribe to my channel. That would be fantastic. If you don't like the video, sound the alarm by hitting that little bell and letting Google know. They want to know if you don't like it. And I appreciate everybody for watching my video, and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.